everybody, welcome back. I'm Katie. This is Katie Moonchild's World. Normally, you kind of see in the back, behind the scenes of my usual videos, my card collection and all of my resin art supplies that are stacked all over everywhere. The stick over here that I'm gonna make a staff out of. See the stripes on that? Kind of looks like a snake, huh? Found it that way, laying outside. It's not paint. That's underneath the bark. This will be something kind of cool to make when I have two hands. But I'm here to talk to you about this hand and my arthroscopy. You can tell. Look, I'm in a cast. Yes, and my fingers work. They're a little klutzy and a little awkward because they are still a little stiff. They get sore if I use them and move them a lot. But at least I can do a little bit. Okay? And you've seen me do a couple of card reading videos where, yes, I use my hand. It's kind of interesting. Anyway, let me start out by telling you how the day went. The day I got my cast. The day I got my cast was mid-December. It was a very rainy day here in the desert of the Southwest and cold, but it felt like Christmas. It was pretty interesting. Made for a very fun appointment. I knew I was going to be there for a while, so I didn't care if it was raining or not. And in my last video, I had a great big, I believe it went clear to here. Great big splinted bandage wrapped in an ace bandage that, I had fingers that could work. So, talk about hurt to move my fingers. Very sensitive. And I couldn't move my thumb. My thumb was wrapped clear, like up to here. They cut that off, and I got to see what my hand looked like. Here at the base of my thumb, there was a lovely, lovely Y-shaped incision. And down here, right about here, there's a little incision, maybe as far across, we'll say an inch across at the most. That's it. There was 2 or 3 stitches in that one, and all the rest were up here in the Y incision. There was a total of 8 stitches in the incision. That was the only part that hurt, was getting the stitches out. I had to say ow a couple times because up here the nerves are very, very sensitive. They took the bandage off, they took the stitches out, and then the doctor looked at it, grinned at me, and said, well, today's easy for you because now all you have to do is go across across the way to the casting department, and we'll be casting. And then you can go home and rest. Just make sure of 2 things. Number 1, go ahead and use your fingers all that you can, but if it hurts you to do it, don't do it. Number 2, move your thumb if you can. The more you move your fingers, the more you move your thumbs, the better it is for you because of blood circulation. That actually oxygenates the areas that need to heal. And as you all know, we cannot heal without oxygen. So I went across the way to the casting department, and guess who was there? The young man who had just taken out my stitches. He knew I was coming. So he handed me this piece of PVC pipe. Looked like he was handing me a pipe bomb with multicolored stripes on it, and each color was the color of the casting material. What color do you want? He says. So I decided it was time to become friends with that poor guy. It was funny. So I told him, well, I had a YouTube channel. I have a YouTube channel, and I asked them, what color should I pick for my cast? And I didn't get any response. So let's do black. It goes with everything. It's a background color. Let's do black. He's like, okay, no problem. Get a lot of that call for black. Well, I really wasn't thinking about the fact that it was actually going to be the sock material part. It was going to be black and everything, which, yay! Dirt doesn't show, okay? So, he says, okay, put your hand up. Do not move your thumb. Stay in the position you were in your other splint. And I was like, okay, no problem. I haven't moved that thumb. No, 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 no. So, and I had to stop taking my pain medication the day before. I was prescribed oxycodone, and opiates make me sick to my stomach, so I was trying to not have to take them very often. However, by the time I had the cast on and I got home, I took a painkiller. Anyway, he put the cast on and he cut it to get it through here. See, it's not a very big space in there. You see where the pieces, where it is cut. You see it's a kind of a lighter color there. I have an explanation for that because it's that way there as well. And there. And there's another one I think back here somewhere. Yeah. And there. Those were all pieces. This one is still a little bit sharp. Those were all pieces where he had cut the casting material and the threads were sticking up and they solidified that way. So they made a nice little weapon. Let's talk about a serrated edge. So yeah, I came in here and I got my e-file from my nail supplies, and because it's very targeted and it doesn't send a lot of dust everywhere. And I filed off all those rough edges, all those rough spaces. Because there was no way I was going to put that near my face at night. It'd cut me up. So, I did discover, because I watched a video of a nurse. I will go ahead and link the video. Similar to this one. She had the same surgery I had. And she was talking about these wonderful things called cast covers. Okay? Let me tell you, my index finger and my thumb are still very, very sensitive. I can almost bring them together, but you see, it's just that's as close as I can get, and I'm struggling to do it. It's not that it hurts to do it, it's that the dexterity, the strength is not there. It's something I have to work on. And I haven't started occupational therapy yet, so what am I trying to do that for, huh? Anyway, I discovered a really good solution if you do not have a fingernail file that you can take to one of those, to something like that. They're called cast covers. And they are the greatest invention, let me tell you. Let me get the information here where you can see it. There. Cast covers. Highly recommend them. A mom in Utah makes these. What are they, you're asking? you get the prettiest one. This is a cast cover. It's just a tube of polyester or nylon stretchy fabric. I can't pull it very hard because I don't have it. Okay. And you just put it on like a sock. Ouch. And be very careful, and so your thumb goes through the slit. And there you go. Fashionable, easy on your face. It's very cooling. It's soft, and it's colorful. And you can keep it in case you break your other hand or do something like me. I will eventually probably have to have that done to this hand. So I got that. I can put over the cast. There's no right or left to these things. They're like a tube sock with a slit in it. Aren't they neat though? Isn't that a pretty color? I also have one that you have seen if you've seen my card reading videos, because I wore one of these in the video I made last week. This is the cheetah print. See, here's the hole for the thumb. Right here is the hole for the thumb. And this one is not, however, shows you the difference of what is out there that was copied. Her idea was copied. I don't need to say by where. This is the other one I got. Flimsier material, not anywhere near as, it's stretchy, really stretchy. But look how big that is in comparison. How big that is. It won't stay on. Well, here, I'll put it on. I'll put it on top of this one. It also is just gathered with elastic at the top and the bottom and a simple slit in the side. This you can make for 50 cents. Maybe $1. The quality just isn't there. See how baggy and loose that is? See this? See all this? So, when I can have a little more dexterity with this needle and thread, actually, you know, in my drawers down there, I have a little craft sewing machine. It's about this big. I'm going to take that up. I'm going to rework it. Because let me tell you, I am so bored. I can't be creative. How do you mix and pour resin like this? Here we are. So as you know, I'm a resin artist, so it makes life difficult. Anyway, I just wanted to let you know about the cast covers. They are invented by a mom in Utah. She had a child who was, for some reason, whether I don't know if it was health reasons or just active kid, had 6 broken bones. And so she invented cast covers, and that was back in 2012. So here's some more information. And no, this is not an ad, and they're not a sponsor or anything. I just found these. I love these. You can get them in everything for you. For your legs, up to your thigh. You can get them to the full length of your arm. You can get the short ones like I have here. You can get the normal, ones that go to here. They have lots and lots of options. They have them for adults and they have them for children. They make my life going through this so much easier. I didn't have to worry about the color of the cast I had. I got all the colors. So anyway, I'm just taking a look at my notes. I wrote down notes of what I wanted to tell you. The doctor told me to move my fingers. And, oh, and he told me next time is when we'll get a little more of a workout. So, he told me also, if you do not move your fingers, and they will get stiff, and they will be more painful for you to move in the end than if you move them now. So I've been wiggling and moving them. Obviously, look, I'm moving them a lot. He also said, oh, no, that was the cast guy. Do not stick anything down in the cast. Oh, am I itchy? Oh, I have, you know how, yeah, I got an incision right here. It itches so bad, and I can't get to it. Even if I wanted to stick something down in there, I can't get to that one. Thank goodness. Because could really mess things up there. But the one for the tendon on my arm, on my wrist, that's just right here. It's just barely covered. I'm feeling it with my finger. It's basically right here where the hard part of the cast starts. So that's not too far from the end of the cast. That I can get to and lightly rub with my finger. Oh. But I'm encouraged because it itches. The other thing is, today I was noticing, because I was itching in the palm of my hand. Yeah, there's dead skin now. So I get this off a week from this coming Friday. And that's when I will be giving you, take this off. That's when I'll give you the latest update and tell you how things are going as it is right now. I'll have to tell you the most frustrating thing that I've had to deal with has been the fact that this is my dominant hand, and I have a tendency to want to automatically reach for and do stuff with this hand, and that really hurts quick, fast movements. Number one thing, a friend of mine from across town, Chris. Thank you, Chris MK. She's right. You make it, you'll do fine. Just stay patient. All she had to tell me was, be patient. So I am. I am being focused and patient. It's hard. I get very bored, so I've been doing a lot of reading. And that even gets, after a while, you can only watch so many YouTube videos, so many documentaries, and there's a whole bunch of resin video classes that I want to take. Why? I can't do the resin right now. I can't pick up that gallon of resin that's down there on the floor. I can pick it up with my left hand, but you need to be able to be in control of your dexterity to do the resin. So, but I want to tell you what I'm going to do with the resin in the future. You wait. Oh boy. The artist, the true artist, will come out. It's not going to be just a abstract as the resin takes us there. I'm going to actually do some honest to goodness painting for a change. So, I'm using my fingers to type. However, it hurts. So I was going to come back and try to do card of the day this week, but it's not looking promising. Because I work for about 20 minutes, my hand hurts and I have to stop. So here's the number one frustration. I'm using text to speech to type when my hand gets tired. Yeah, I know you were wondering why did she take off on that tangent? No, yeah, I was waffling, but really not as far off as you thought I was. Um, yeah, uh, you have to train any form of dictation or text to speech. You have to train it to how you talk, how you speak, your cadence. And let me tell you, on my iPhone, oh boy, has that been fun. Some of the stuff, it pops up and it won't say certain words for anything. And it's really strange. And it's just because Apple does not have those words programmed into the dictionary. Weird words like bong. I know. Crazy, huh? I believe that's in Webster's dictionary. I don't think it's in the Oxford dictionary. Anyway, what do? You know? You either laugh at it, which I spend more time laughing at it, and then it prints what I'm laughing at. Oh, and then I'll put in stuff. And I go to hit enter, and just as I hit enter, it'll take like half the sentence out. So it doesn't say exactly, it doesn't say anything like what I was trying to say. And people are going, what did you say? I'm sorry, you guys, please bear with me. I'm trying, I really am trying. What can I do? I either laugh or I throw stuff and cry. So I've been doing a lot of laughing. Lately, what's been happening is my nerves are mending. I know that from other surgeries I've had before because I'm getting these prickly, you know when your foot falls asleep or part of your body falls asleep and as it's waking up you get those pricklies? Well, I'm getting those in my thumb all the way to the end of my thumb. And the ones out here on the end of my thumb feel like they're red hot. And that is irritating. So we'll see, what happens there. I don't even think that the oxy would stop that. That's just a weird sensitivity pain. The only thing that really helps that is to elevate it. And so I spend a lot of time like this, hugging my arm. And look, yeah, not good. You need to strengthen them out. So then when I'm laying around watching TV, I'm doing this. Moving my fingers slow back and forth. It's all I know to do right now. So anyway, I wanted to keep you updated so that in case you're having this surgery, you would know what to expect. The next step is a week from this Friday. The cast comes off and I get a splint brace, and which I already have here at the house. Splint brace, and at that point I can take it off and on and use my hand more. And so at that point we begin occupational therapy. And I'm really looking forward to that because I've already met who I'm sure will be my occupational therapist, and I'm really looking into having a good time. Looking forward to having a good time. I am going to ask her some specific things that maybe we can work on training my hand to do, like the shuffling of the cards. That will come. That's like writing with a pencil. That'll come. But I do want to start doing my resin again. I have so many ideas in my head that are about to make my head explode, and they need to come out and be filmed and be shown. And I thank you for being here. This has been a good talk. A little bit longer than I thought I intended it to be. So I thank you for being here, for listening to me and my wanderings about this surgery. But it's not an easy one to go through, I'll tell you. And yet at the same time, so far, I am so glad I did it. We'll see. We'll still see if I still feel that way in a week or so. And yeah, and I start occupational therapy. I'm just really excited that after the next 2 weeks, everything is new. Channel's going to have a lot of new stuff and all of it. So, you guys, take care. Be kind to one another. But most of all, please take care of yourself. Don't be hard on your body. That's the whole reason I had to do this. It's because I was really hard on my hands. I've worked with my hands like a man does a lot of the time. And take a deep breath before you take that next step forward. Think about the process you're going through and make a plan. Okay? Let's see. You know I love you. I want you to keep making those steps forwards, not backwards. So be kind to yourself. Be kind to one another. And let's make kindness a habit, because together we thrive. And on that note, thank you so much for being with me. Bye-bye now.